your body, move around the sanctuary, and greet your neighbor. The song that I'm bringing to you says, I call you holy, I call you righteous, I call you faithful. So as you're moving around the sanctuary, you get to look at somebody and call them holy, call them faithful and righteous. I call you holy, your name is holy, you are so holy to me. I call you holy, your name is holy, holy you are and holy you'll be. Yeah, 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 yeah. I call you holy, I call you holy, your name is holy, you are so holy to me. I call you holy, your name is holy, holy you are and holy you'll be. Yeah, 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 yeah. I call you righteous, I call you righteous, your name is righteous, you are so righteous to me. I call you righteous, your name is righteous, righteous you are and righteous you'll be. Yeah, 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 yeah. I call you faithful, I call you faithful, your name is faithful, you are so faithful to me. I call you faithful, your name is faithful, faithful you are and faithful you'll be. Yeah, 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 yeah. I call you wonderful, I call you all that, your name is all that, you are so all that to me. I call you all that, your name is all that you are and all that you be. Yeah, 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 yeah. One more time. If you know this song, sing this with me, you guys. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's hear them sing it with us. Hold on, we're gonna sing. Yeah, 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 yeah. I call you holy, I call you holy, your name is holy, you are so holy to me. I call you holy, your name is holy, holy you are and holy you'll be. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Well, that's a tough act to follow. I'm happy to see you all here. Thank you for being here. My name is Anthony Prado. My pronouns are he and him. And first of all, we're going to give our love to the musicians. I call you holy, I call you faithful. Beautiful. Thank you for pulling us into that song. And thank you, Takia Franklin, and of course on keyboard, piano, Kev Choice. We also want to thank our entire AV team and our sound engineer, Rain Burhay, there in the back, making the technical magic work. Welcome to the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach spiritual principles and practices that nourish us, uplift us, and celebrate our oneness with all of life. Special welcome to those who are joining us for the first time. Anybody here for the first time? One person over here and a couple of people. Yeah, there's a lady here. Oh, and Robert. Oh, Robert, there's someone up here. Raise your hand, can you? Yeah, over here. Thank you. This is a welcome packet of information about who we are and what we do here. Also, a big welcome to anyone joining us online, YouTube, Facebook. Hello. And thank you for joining us wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for supporting us there. Make sure you sign up for our weekly newsletter so you can learn about the fun things we have to offer here at the Oakland Center. We respectfully acknowledge that here in the Bay Area, we gather on the traditional land of the Indigenous Ohlone people. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who've stewarded these lands for countless generations. And now at this point in our service, as always, we take this opportunity to bless the children wherever they are. I think yes, so let's just say this together if you want. Now let's to bless our children wherever they are. We bless all the children in our community and the world. We love you, we see you, we know the truth of who you are. You are unique expressions of God, and we are grateful to have you in our lives, and so it is. On Wednesday, Midweek Oasis is on pause as of Wednesday, October 8th through the end of the year and possibly beyond. We honor the beautiful moments since the pandemic that we've met virtually to delve deeper into our weekly topics. We thank all the presenters, the hosts, technical and administrative support, and participants. It's time for a break as we regroup and assess how to proceed. As we pause, breathe, and vision, we thank all of you for your participation over the years. Stay tuned for what's next. Indigenous Peoples Day is an official city and state holiday in various localities in the United States that celebrates and honors Indigenous American peoples and commemorates their histories and cultures. It is celebrated on the second Monday in October, and as you all know, we celebrate the Indigenous Ohlone people here every Sunday morning. National Hispanic Month is an annual observance in the United States from September 15th to October 15th. The observance began as a week in 1968 under the presidency of Lyndon B. Johnson. The fifth of six sessions of the Women's Spiritual Empowerment Group is after service today. The revised date for the final session is next week, October 19th. All women in our community are welcome to attend. Go to csl.org groups page for more information. The Social Justice Ministry is hosting a 4-week virtual book study beginning October 13th through November 3rd. Mondays at 6 to 7:30 p.m., featuring Dr. Robin DiAngelo's newest book, Nice Racism, How Progressive White People Perpetuate Racial Harm. Please visit oaklandcsl.org/event to register and to join the conversation. After experiencing technical difficulties in September, our social hall will return on Sunday, October 19th on Zoom for 30 minutes or so immediately after the service. This is a chance for OCSL to nurture and honor its online community, and it's a chance for our online participants to meet and mingle, to share thoughts and stories, to get to know each other or reconnect with old friends, and to have a greater experience of community and connection. All are welcome. You can find the Zoom link in the Sunday service chat on the live stream, or click on the virtual social hall icon on the events page of our website or in the Village News e-letter. The 2025 Open Forum will be held on Sunday, October 26 at 1 p.m. We encourage in-person participation. Join us via live stream if you cannot come in person. Our monthly community potluck is also on that Sunday. Bring a friend. Will be held after service prior to the forum. All are encouraged to attend. Come dressed in your Halloween costume to join in even more fun. Our next Quick Start class is coming on Saturday, November 1st at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is required for the new membership as well as the new member orientation on November 15th, and also serves as a good refresher or primer for the Science of Mind teachings for those new to the philosophy. Registration is coming soon. This is a free class. Please mark your calendar. Our nonprofit partner for September, October is Planting Justice. Planting Justice is working toward economic and environmental justice by building a network of sustainable, land-based social enterprises. They counter systemic oppression, violence, and inequity by creating good jobs with nature-based work, a healing environment with holistic community support and real opportunities for personal growth. Visit www.plantingjustice.org. The Oakland Center Nonprofit Partners Program provides a platform to feature, support, and introduce members to nonprofit organizations each year. Groups whose values and vision are in alignment with those of the centers are selected. We highlight and contribute to different nonprofit agencies throughout the year. Applications for the 2026 program are open. To learn more and obtain an application, please visit oaklandcsl.org and select About Us and scroll down to the nonprofit partners. There's still time to join our chair dedication campaign in honor of our 80-year anniversary celebration. Create your own plate inscription that will go on the back of a chair in our sanctuary or social hall. 4 levels to choose from. Platinum, $500, 5 lines. The gold is $200, 4 lines. Silver is $100, 3 lines. And bronze is 2 lines. And some of you may have noticed we've got them on some of the chairs here in the sanctuary already. Include yourself, family, friends, ancestors, or organizations in the dedication, or share lines with someone else to reduce the cost. Visit oaklandcsl.org/events to register. The Spirit Treasure Bookstore celebrates October at the Make an Offer table. We are clearing out so that we can bring in new books and merchandise. Please let us know what you would like to have in the bookstore by writing to bookstore@csl.org, or add your suggestions to the sign-up sheet at the cash register. Visit oaklandcsl.org for more information about our beloved community, and visit csl.org to see what is happening within our Center for Spiritual Living Global Organization. And lastly, we're going to have our vision and mission statement, so if you're willing to stand and read this aloud, happy to have you join us. The vision of Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is to joyfully reveal the love and oneness of God. We are a welcoming and inclusive virtual community dedicated to individual transformation and collective growth. Our purpose is to love, inspire, and serve our community and the world through education, music, prayer, and play, and so it is. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Dr. Suzanne Dubois, and I'm a practitioner at this church, and today I'm your pulpit assistant. And I'm going to first read a couple of our readings for the day by Ilyana Van Zandt. Iyanla. Thank you, because I have a friend whose name is very close. I knew I'd mess it up. The spark of divinity is what beckons each of us to a higher, fuller experience and expression of life. And by Tracy Brown, my God is a Wi-Fi God with a triune network beyond compare. I'm checking in, I'm hooking up, and I'm reaching out to the energy of God. And so it is. And so now if you'd like to just center in and relax in your seat, I will do the opening prayer. Taking a deep breath, knowing that as you breathe in, you're breathing in the presence of God. And as you breathe out is also the presence of God, because you are part of God. There is only one source, one creator, one first cause, that which creates out of itself all that is. Every blade of grass, every drop of water from a rainfall, and each soul here and beyond is part of spirit. One whole and complete spirit, each one of us expressing love and oneness. I am grateful that we are all here today as a community, and I bless each and every one of us and the service, knowing that our senior minister, Reverend Sunshine Michelle Coleman, is here to deliver to us what is perfect and needed for each of us to hear and hold in our heart. I am grateful for all that goes into making this community work and all that we do together. And it is with great gratitude and knowing that all is complete already and perfect in mind that I say thank you, and so it is.
Great is thy faithfulness. Y'all remember that. That's a part of the topic, okay? You promise? Ooh, y'all missed me. You promise? I haven't changed. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be back. I am Reverend Dr. Sunshine Michelle Coleman, the proud spiritual director of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, and I am so glad to see you. So glad to see you. I just saw someone introduce themselves that hasn't been here for a long time, and there was somebody else that said, I'm the one that you saw over there, and I said I was going to come, and you weren't here last week, so I'm here today. So, it's that kind of thing that makes Beloved Community. It's that. It's us. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Did you know that? At least that's what I believe. And in the intensity of all life, isn't life intense? It's getting intense, but it depends on how you choose to look at it. And that's what we're talking about today. The Holy Land is everywhere. And I do recognize that it is intense. And we get to, Miss Grady, who's in the audience, yes, we get to do it together as Beloved Community, which I'm glad about. So what I want us to do, and I may have us do it a couple times during the talk, is I would like for us to take a moment of silence for the federal workers who are facing furlough and or layoff given the U.S. government shutdown. Let's send them some love. Blessed be. I want to thank Reverend Dr. David Alexander. I was here for that service, and practitioner and ministerial student Maureen Molina, who was here the week after, and Reverend D. Jacqueline Edwards last week, who all gave such inspiring talks. Let us give them some love. I want to highlight, as I do, what I call my PSAs, public service announcements, just a few things to perk you up with it, even though Anthony mentioned it. The open forum. This is our opportunity, whether you're a member or not, to hear what's going on as a part of our community. Even if you're here for the first time, you are welcome. It's on Sunday, October 26th, after service. That's the same day, the fourth Sunday of the month, that we've been doing community potluck. And hasn't that been going well? Yes, it has been, right? Deborah Jackson and her team have been putting in a lot of effort, so I hope y'all are having fun. And we have name tags now, so you don't have to be embarrassed that you ask somebody their name about 5 times like I've been known to do, and you can cheat and see it right there, so that's good. It's a Bring a Friend Sunday, so if today's your first day, bring somebody back with you, not only next week, but on the 26th, and Halloween Costume Day. Don't make me dress up by myself. We had so much fun last year, didn't we? So come in your costumes, and we're going to be big in community every day, but certainly on October 26th. You heard the announcement. I'm sorry I didn't get to make it myself last week, that our Wednesday night Oasis virtual service is on pause for a bit while we refresh and renew, and we'll see what's next. I wanted to be sure that you heard that from me, and because I made the decision, don't blame it on anybody else, but sometimes we have to make that call, and that's what I was feeling that was the right thing to do. So stay tuned for what's next there. And we had a beautiful service. I watched it live stream last week. Oh, I was so proud the way we honored Reverend Dr. Francione. And the house was full, and it was a beautiful tribute. And just 2 weeks before, the house was full for our gala. So we have some vibrant energy that is running through the course of Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. Do you feel it? Yes, and I know y'all were a part of it because I saw you. It was such a great cross section, a cross blend of people, cross different communities. This is what community is about, and more of it is happening. Somebody stopped me this morning, somebody important in the audience, and said, I feel the shoots coming up. There's something going on here. I felt it from the day I walked in here. It's palpable. Does anybody feel it with me? Yes, so we're going to envision all of our seats being full and filled up. It's a vibration that we're carrying forth on the heels of 80 years worth of prayers. And so let's do it. That's what I got to say about it. Let's do it. And to add to that, listen to this. November 15th at 6 p.m., I got the notice too late for me to get you a slide. It'll be up there next week and in the newsletter. Heart and Soul Center of Light, one of our sister communities, is having their 16th anniversary. Guess where? Right here. You're right. They requested to have it here. They are having a production, and that's the way Heart and Soul does it. It's called Unbroken Spirit for the Love of the Music. It pays homage to the rich influence of Black artists in American musical theater, featuring songs from several iconic Black Broadway musicals. You hear that, Andy? Beginning with the story of the Higher Sisters. I hadn't even heard of them. And, oh yeah, somebody else had. Yep, okay, so you want to be here. That's Saturday, November the 16th. And here's the reason I'm saying it to you now. I just got it like yesterday or the day before. But the tickets are $25 until next Saturday, October 18th, and then they're $30. So if you want to get that $5 savings, go to heartsoulcenter.org/unbroken spirit. I know that's a lot to say and remember. heartsoulcenter.org/unbroken spirit. So let us support them as well. So beautiful. And yesterday, and our own Takia Franklin, who is up here singing, I don't know if she's still in the house, she will be there. Tammy Hall Quartet will be there. We know how Tammy rocks because we've had her here. Our own B. DeVoe will be there, and a whole lineup of other people. So it's something that you won't want to miss. Amen. And the church said amen. That was one person. And the church said, amen. There we go. All right. And yesterday I see at least one other person in the room, maybe two, who was at East Bay Church of Religious Science yesterday, honoring Reverend Dr. Ona Afri. You will know her because she's the spiritual director and CEO, I forget the exact title, of Abundant Blessings. She's been a nonprofit partner of ours. We filled barrels for her, and she loves us and we love her. She feeds and provides hygiene products to the houseless population in Oakland, to thousands and thousands. And it was such a lovely celebration yesterday. It was a fundraiser for Haiti, and she also is now supporting the farm community, the farm workers community in Watsonville, as well as the houseless in Oakland. Now, I know Deborah heard me say on mic, y'all better listen because I committed us to something. Without your permission, yes, I did. So I'm hoping some of you will participate. I said that we want to, because I participated in the program and I had the mic, right? That we support what Reverend Dr. Ona is doing. It's a faith-filled work, as Takia is saying. It's beautiful work that she does. And she needs an assembly team. East Bay supports them tremendously. Some of y'all have said, what actions can we take? That's an action we can take together as a community to go coordinate and go down there to East Bay to help Reverend Dr. Ona assemble some of her blessing bags, is what she calls them. And so I'm going to coordinate that, get a date on the calendar. Is there anybody that's willing to come support? Let me see some hands. There we go. Okay, I'm not taking names, but I want to have Oakland Center represented. Maybe we wear our t-shirts. Maybe we'll get some t-shirts. We need to show up as a community with experts who know how to do it. So we don't have to learn from scratch. So there's that. I know I got a lot of PSAs. I've been gone for a minute. And here's the last suite of them, and I'll get into the talk. So we're still riding high, I know I am, on the vibration of our 80th anniversary gala, which, by the way, sold out. That's what I asked for. It's sold out. Come to the open forum so that you can hear how we did as a fundraiser. And yes, we did clear some proceeds, so we're in the black on the event. Yay, let's give a hand for that. And we had some slides up last week to thank a whole bunch of people who were behind the scenes, especially in the kitchen, and putting together all that food for weeks and for months even. And it was so beautiful. However, not all the slides got up there. So not all the names got shown. So you know me, I believe in thanks, right? And so I want you to give me a moment while I say these out loud. Can you go back to the first one, Karen? Okay, the prep and the cooking team, Helen and John Neville, Amy Shovnick and Craig Ferguson, Susan Urquhart and Christopher Brown, Freya and Kenneth Hermanson, Lula Green, Ken Glass, Nadia Taylor, Larry, Helen Wyman, and Linda, you'll see her name because she was one of the co-chairs, Jacob Larson, Tina Ayer, Susan Brecker, Paul Pursuti was even remotely helping, I guess, from Oregon, Dorothy Mendez, Debbie Morris, Trisha Gregoire, sitting up there in the AV team, Margot Tabbitt from our gardeners, Diane Warner, also from our gardeners, Alice Herndon in the AV team, Dodie Cheney Fernandez, sitting right over there, practitioner emerita, Marilyn Marcos, Bonnie Carpenter, Aaron Gaffey. Let's go to the next slide. We're not done yet. It took a lot of people. The serving team, we intentionally included our youth. We wanted to not showcase, but we wanted to involve our youth and family. And so there were servers, and they were beautiful. Jade Ross, Brian McCormick, Azalea McCormick. They live up there with their mother Sage Artists in Truckee, and they were down here. Ollie Dugan, Mari Dugan, sister and brother. Chiz Wyman, we bless him. He's on our prayer list today. Renee Coleman, the cleanup team. There's Amy and Craig again, Freya and Kenneth again. Look at how people double up on stuff. Deborah Jackson, Andrea Bedell, Trisha Gregor, Debbie Morris, and Marilyn Marcos, another repeat. And there's one more slide, so give me a minute, okay? This is important stuff, what I'm doing right here. Special thanks. Ruth Jackson was the visionary for all this, so we're gonna pause right here and give her a hand. The co-chairs, Eliza Young and Linda Wyman. Let's give them a hand. We even had plumbers on duty. Christopher Brown is just, I just love him so much. And Daryl Wright and a sponsor, Sanford Livingston. Let's give all of them such a round of applause. And can we see the pictures, Karen? There's a couple pictures we want you to see of what the food looked like. There's Ruth and Rev Deb, there's Ruth and Nadia, Christopher and Lula in the back. They even had the stained glass window on 2 cakes, not 1. They chased me down and said, it's time for you to cut the cake. What cake? The cake out there, go look at it. And here is some of the frolicking that you will see. And last but not least for the gala, remember some of y'all gave videos, right? Rev Deb did a montage during the program, but we have more of that. I'm just going to keep doing anniversary through the rest of the year. So we have a clip that we're going to show of just a couple of these tributes.
Practitioner here at Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. I've been at this center about 15 years, and I've been a practitioner about going on 11 years. And I've been through a number of different senior ministers. Reverend Joan Stedman was here when I first came, And we've had a series of senior ministers. One of the highlights of the time that I've been here was singing in the Joy Choir for several years under the direction of Helen Bernard Gray and later Claire Rose, with Larry Steelman always accompanying the choir. All of them wonderful musicians. And it was a joyous time and a glorious time. It's just such a wonderful memory. And as I've been here through all of these different iterations, all of these different senior ministers, the center continues to thrive. And now with our senior minister, Reverend Sunshine Michelle Coleman, we have a wonderful community and a growing community and an inspired community. I'm so happy that I found this community. And I just want to thank everybody who contributes to this community and who keeps it alive and thriving. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Karen Horner. I'm one of the newest members of OCSL, although I was a member a long time ago when Dr. Margaret Storch was here, and it was called First Church of Religious Science then. But I stopped going for a while, and about a year ago, I started attending adult swim classes, and I met a member there who was on the 8B team, and I thought that sounded great. I'd been here before, so I started coming here, and from the first time I was here, people were so nice and so welcoming. And even that first day I attended, I took the opportunity to attend a workshop afterwards, and I've attended several classes and workshops since then as well. So when the opportunity came to rejoin as a member, I signed up right away. And I'm really glad I'm here. It's been a great experience with everybody, and thank you for being here. Happy anniversary.
My name is Dodie Cheney Fernandez. I'm a practitioner here. I've been attending this church for over 40 years. And the energy of life that flows through the church and the philosophy that we practice is so fulfilling. I allow it to continue to grow within me, around me, and through me. It's a fantastic way of moving through this life. And I know and accept for us, knowing that 80 years is 80 years. And that's exciting, fulfilling, and satisfying. I am so thankful for this wonderful facility, for this opportunity to celebrate growth, the wonder, the beauty of life through Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you.
So let's give them some love. Thank you so much, everyone. And so now is the time that I invite us to breathe together so that we can hear the word. That's the way I hear it. If we all breathe together, of course we breathe at different paces, but if we all breathe from that one consciousness, then we hear and it expands. So I invite you to release your breath just right where you are. Just let it go. And now taking a nice deep inhalation, slow, intentional. When you get to the top, hold it. And now let it out with a sigh. Twice more, breathing it in deep and letting it out with a sigh. And now a bigger breath and a bigger release. Ah. And you'll see that all you need to do is allow, nothing else that you need to do. The breath of life is always there. Let us not take it for granted. Let's bless that breath as we inhale and as we exhale, and bless it back. We follow. Oh, before I get to that, I was going to tell you about the CSL themes, but we do follow. This year we've been doing 2 daily readers. We're coming down to the end of the year with them. We've been studying from 365 Science of Mind by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, as well as 365 Gratitude by Deborah Perdue, who I am trying to get to come here in November to visit with you and to do a workshop. So if you are willing, let us declare this together and just step into the mantle that it shares with us. Let us read 365 first. I have a silent partner within me whose energy is inexhaustible and whose intelligence is without limit. It is life itself. I maintain close communion with my true center, knowing that the divine spirit operates through me now. Just take a breath before we move on into the next thing, which is gratitude. Let us say together, in my own nature, I am grateful to be kind and gentle and giving and filled with determination, energy, and inner strength. I am thankful to emulate the qualities of water, light, free, and full of incredible power. And so it is. So we do follow the themes of Centers for Spiritual Living, the global themes. And this year, for those of you who are brand new, listen up. What are we doing? Oh, rising higher, growing deeper. Let's do it the other way, Ted. Come. Ted is demonstrating it for us. That's right. Rising higher into infinite possibility, growing deeper into the core of the earth. And that's so powerful, so powerful. And this month in October, our topic is Glow Up, which Reverend D. Jacqueline introduced last week. Our theme for the week is the Holy Land is everywhere. The Holy Land is everywhere. And Takia, your first song spoke all the way to that. Holy, faithful, righteous. There was another word. Anybody know the other word? What? All that? Awesome. Awesome, wonderful. Oh, some more. Oh, I thought it was another word. The qualities that I'm focusing on today: growth, transformation, high consciousness, and imagination. So the term glow up, just to revisit what that means, is a real term, and it's in the dictionary, believe it or not. It's about a transformation. I even called my son to ask him, do you know about glow up? And I could feel it through the phone. Yeah, Mom, like who doesn't? I was about to make something up, but it wasn't that, right? And so I'll give you Freddie's definition first. Pretty much, he basically said from rags to riches, from an ugly duckling, you've heard that, to a supermodel. Y'all can picture that, right? You go from this to that. Woo! When he said that, I thought, oh, wow, there were people in my high school class that I said, wow, okay. But when we got to the reunion 10 years later, it's like, good thing they had a picture there. It's like, I tried to keep myself from doing that. It's like, no, that's you? You know, where you make this huge transformation. That's what glow up means. And so that's what we're working with today. And we have glowed up, if you will, as the travesties have done. Anthony mentioned tomorrow is Indigenous Peoples Day, right? There are travesties that have been done to the indigenous and the native people for eons. And now we've begun, not under this current administration, by the way, but under previous administrations, to reconcile that. I have a friend in Canada that I went, we were in the doctoral program together, and Canada is doing a huge body of work of reconciliation with the First Nations people. Huge, because of all of the school children and the bodies that were found. It's about accountability. It's about responsibility. So this is a glow up for our nation when we can recognize and admit that we were complicit or directly involved with travesties on people, on our environment, on animals or whatever it is, and we work to fix it and to hold accountability for it. So this term, the Holy Land is everywhere can even be attributed, it's attributed to Black Elk is his name. He's in Oglala, Lakota, holy man, a medicine man. And that's where this term came from. The Holy Land is everywhere. And so I want to have us take another moment of silence for Indigenous Peoples Day tomorrow. And just send the First Nations, Indigenous people around the world our love, whether they're on the other side or still with us. Blessed be. This is sacred honoring. That's why I do that. This is ritual that I do for us to come together and be intentional with where our heart space goes. And ironically, the Holy Land is traditionally synonymous with what is known as the land of Israel, or the Promised Land. I paused because we're in the middle of ceasefire, right? And with God, I'm getting all twisted up in my words, with Israel and Hamas and ceasefire in Gaza. Let me finish that sentence. That's important. That's important. So many people over these last 2 years were killed senselessly. Can you believe that this topic that we're talking about today, the global themes team visions a year in advance? This topic was selected for this week, believe it or not, a year ago. And here we're talking about it. That's no coincidence. That's synchronicity, totally. There are many places, as I was considering this, that, remember we're talking about the Holy Land, that there's probably many holy lands. That's the one that comes up. There's been a lot of saints and holy people who have made sacred treks and for specific causes. Those are holy lands. The master teacher, Jesus, did the same thing, right? And so holy lands, I'm changing it already. It said the Holy Land is everywhere. I'm saying holy lands are everywhere. Did you know they're right in front of you as you walk every day? We're in a Holy Land moment right now. The last couple of weeks, I was stewing and carrying on and having some real challenges. And do you know, I realized that I was in the Holy Land. I didn't realize it right away. You know, sometimes you have to come kicking and screaming. This is no way this is the Holy Land. Come on now. But yes, it had to be. If I flip it, if I let it be, or else what happens? You get consumed and squashed down. There's tsunamis out there, people, that could bury us in our consciousness if we let it. Are we going to let it? No. Right. And so we have to do whatever we have to do. Call somebody. Turn a show on. It's on demand out there on the internet. You can get any kind of inspiration you want. It's out there. And I want to flip to, it came up, Willy Wonka. Anybody know who that is? Of the chocolate factory, yes, that's him, saying, if you want to view paradise, which is the Holy Land, okay, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do, do it. Isn't that what we teach? Want to make a world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination, he talks about. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. Sometimes we have to talk ourselves out of the calamity that we're so focused on to remember who we are and be remembered so that we can shift our consciousness. That's okay. That's the human experience. But remember, we live a divine experience too. So call on that divine experience when you're wallowing in the dirt. Thich Nhat Hanh is known for a Vietnamese mystic was known for, figuratively, I wondered, was it literally, but it sounds like it was figuratively, walking in the streets, meditating and doing a mantra while there's bombing going on. That's the Holy Land is everywhere consciousness. If he can do it, we can do it. It's called engaged Buddhism. And so what he and the nuns and the people in his area were watching the people suffering, and they said, we could either stay in here in this meditative state of high consciousness, or we can go out on the streets and do something about it. So they imagined, they blessed the people who were suffering. They still held the consciousness of wholeness through the suffering. Isn't that what our people are doing right now? When you go protest, No King's Day is coming up on October 18th. Isn't that next Saturday? Isn't that what the people are doing? They're going out there holding signs and saying, no, not on my watch. But guess what? They're doing it peacefully. What I've been seeing, they're doing it with smiles and laughter because there's community out there. This is how you lift yourself up. I'm saying this to me. It seems I'm saying it to you too. This is how we lift ourselves out of the morass that we may find ourselves in this human life, which is always destined for suffering some kind of way. It doesn't have to, but it always is. The Holy Lands are everywhere. So what that means is everywhere we walk is sacred and holy ground. Say that with me. Everywhere we walk is sacred and holy ground. Reverend Dr. Ona is probably feeling that in her consciousness when she's walking down in the tent cities handing out the bags. I remember seeing one of her Facebook posts where she was in her car. She said, I'm not moving because there are people, mind you, she was talking about someone in a Beamer, a BMW, sitting there, waiting for her to leave so that they could take the blessing bag she just delivered for the houseless people. She had the consciousness of holy ground is everywhere because she said, I'm not moving. She's doing a Facebook post live saying, I am not moving. And they're looking at me like waiting for me to move, and I'm saying, I'm not going anywhere. I don't know the end of the story. But what I'm saying is that that was sacred ground she was on. Sometimes you got to do like Willy Wonka said, and imagine yourself in a different place. Because there's chaos out there. And if we let somebody take us off our game, they will. They will have won. I was reminded as I was reflecting on this topic of Stevie Wonder. Anybody know who that is? Yeah. 1979, he produced this album. I remember it so well. It's a beautiful album. And matter of fact, it caused me to listen to some of it last night because I wanted to just be with his brilliance. It was called The Secret Life of Plants. This was right after he hit the charts big with Boogie on Raggy Woman and some of the other songs that were dance songs and people, to stay on the charts, you got to keep doing what the people like. That one didn't do so well. People got into it for a minute and it plummeted. Why? Because it was sacred. I hate to say it like that, but that's true sometimes. It was sacred. It was, and I watched some of the videos because they were just coming out with the videos, and they would show, what's the word where they show the slow motion photography sped up? Huh? Time lapse. It was time lapse on a lot of the plant life and whatever, and it was just amazing. Well, there was this person, I don't even know his name, that was narrating this. He was a bigwig and helped him produce the album. I don't remember his name, Ben something. And he was saying that this was brilliant, but it was made to be a documentary. So that it wasn't meant to be a popular album, but it was brilliant. And it was one of those trifold things, you know, remember the vinyl, that's what I'm talking about, vinyl. How Stevie Wonder used to do, they used to have all the lyrics to it and everything. It was just spectacular. The reason I'm mentioning it is because he was acknowledging that the Holy Land is everywhere. It's out there. You can see the reflection of the tree right there. That tree right there sits right outside my office, has those upside down flowers, what do you call them, with the bells or something? They open up like that. Huh? Trumpets, right out there. Beautiful. So it's the Holy Lands are everywhere. This is what we may take, what it may take for us to behold the Holy Lands everywhere, everywhere, to walk in reverence and pure imagination. So I was telling you that I've been having, you know, I like to tell on myself because I have permission to do that. I stand up here being vulnerable because I want you to know that I practice the principles. That's the only reason I'm showing it to you. It's to let you know that I struggle. Don't put me on that platform, on that pedestal. I'm like anybody else. And so I have felt like I've kind of been the city dump. I've been like a dumping ground. I've had a couple things just come at me like whoosh. Have you ever had that happen? Yes. Where it's like somebody throws paint on you and walks away, and it's like, whoa, what do I do with that? Whoa. And it caused me to go to my bookshelf. You know what I went to get? Don Miguel Ruiz. You know which of those 4 agreements I was working on? Don't take it personally. Isn't that like the hardest one? How are you supposed to do that, not take it personally, when it's on my sweater, right? And so, but you know, this is the first time out of all the times I've read that chapter. I encourage you to get the book. If you don't have it, go look it up. It's a little bitty book, very powerful. Don't take it personally. It felt to me like a no blast to Don Miguel Ruiz. I love him. Maybe there's an addendum he can write. Because it felt like it was so narrowly focused on me. He was saying, don't worry about what anybody else does. That's their stuff. You just worry about your stuff. That's true. But what I felt that was lacking is it didn't give me room to have compassion for the other. That other person, because when I do my spiritual work, not only am I forgiving myself and working through my own stuff, I naturally go to the other one, which tells me I'm just getting it. Oh my goodness, you all. I just had an epiphany. Y'all have heard me say that one of the big things that I'm working on is learning to love those who hurt and harm, and that's like really, really hard. Maybe I'm getting it. Because it caused me to want to have compassion for that person, because maybe they were hurting. That's why they spewed on me. So I can pray for them. That's healing. I love that. But that book is so narrowly written, it doesn't allow you to do that. Anyway, as I bring this to a close, you know I always have way too much stuff. I could go on and on talking to you about the power of the Holy Land is everywhere because it's so juicy. Hear me, please. Take it with you. Ponder it. Write in your journal. Flip it for your own self so that you're looking at it differently, saying, how can I see this thing that was so hurtful, so harmful as Holy Land? What can I do in my sacred practice to honor it? What is the lessons learned that I am getting from this so that I can transmute and transform and glow up? What is it for me to do? That should be our question. What is mine to do? What is mine to do? Say that with me. What is mine to do? So here's a new view. This is what I'll end with. I usually give you a quote. I didn't get one in here today, so oh well. It says, where I wallow in languish, because remember at one point, the greater beings were telling me that in my leveling up in consciousness that I need to learn to wallow in the experience rather than move through it in healing too quickly. That's deep. Wallow. Okay, where I wallow in languish, I can see it as holy and sacred land and ground and allow myself to be fully present in the sanctity of the holy moment and wallow from that place. You hear what I'm saying? So wallow from a place of consciousness as opposed to wallowing from a place of pity. That's deep. To remember to put my protections and my shields on, remember that, so that I'm sheltered even through the pain and yuckiness while I'm learning to treat that same pain and yuckiness as sacred and holy ground. So maybe that's the quote. That's my writing. So there's the quote from me, Reverend Dr. Sunshine. So this is glow up, people. This is what glowed up consciousness of the Holy Lands is. Let us live in the Holy Lands all the time and walk in high consciousness and glean the lessons learned, and therein you find the Christ presence. Take a breath on that. As someone brings up the treatment box, this is Dodie bringing up the prayer box as I invite the practitioners and the ministers to surround the congregation in high consciousness. And as I invite those of you who are seated, you can stand if you want, but you don't have to. I invite you to be in that high consciousness with an open heart, asking, transform me, Lord. Whatever you call it, I call it sweet, sacred, divine. Transform me now. Show me what I need to do, ancestors. Help me to lean into the moment, to glow up, to grow up, to mature. Help me. And so in the power and the presence of this moment, I give thanks where we can touch and agree. If you can reach anybody's shoulder or their hand or something, if it's okay with them, touch and agree with them. Or hold your hand up so we can touch and agree in the air. That this prayer box that practitioner emerita Dodie Chady Fernandez holds, that every prayer request in it, just like every prayer request on your hearts, is blessed, is uplifted, is responded to, is answered. You don't have to know the how. All you have to do is know the what. And we give it over into that one power, that one presence, that one delight, that sweet, sacred, divine. Reverend Victor used to call it Papa. You might call it Mama, Holy Mama presence. What do you call spirit? Say it out loud. Spirit, God, I'm not hearing you. Say it louder. Beloved, we just speak it out. We call your attention, Holy Presence, because we are knocking on our own soul. We are knocking on that infinite door that opens into abundance and joy and love and harmony and peace and divine resolution and clarity and whatever else that we may need. And I say, show us how to lift up, show us how to glow up, show us how to be the best that we can be with whatever we are working on. Bring to mind a prayer that you have of your own or a situation to your heart. And just open up. Oh, I love that. Kevin's playing Secret Life of Plants. Oh my God. Just bring that to this moment, to your heart space, and know that just because you are participating in this prayer, that you are healed right now. It is healed. It is cleared. It is resolved. It is dissipated. You may have to walk through. You may have to do something. But we stand up into our healing today, people. Stand up into our healing because the Holy Lands are everywhere, right here in our very soul. And so we give thanks this day for so much. We bless our world, blessing Holy Mother Gaia, lifting her up in divine restoration. We bless all those who need blessing, all those who have requested prayer that I will read their names out loud right now, knowing the divine truth is happening. And I know this for Chiz Wyman, the son of Linda and Larry, knowing health, healing, wholeness, and well-being. I know this for Doug Condi, Gabriella's father, knowing health, healing, wholeness, and well-being. I know this for Kirk Mitchum, health, healing, fullness, and comfort. For Doe Meacham, health, healing, clarity, and peace of mind. For Joe and Bonnie DiCarlo, health, healing, wholeness, courage. Our own Bruce Blewett, we surround him in health, wholeness, and well-being. Mother Jerry Martin, health, healing, wholeness, well-being, and peace of mind for her family. Blessing our U.S. government in this shutdown that is happening unnecessarily. And I know that the miracle working power is at work because something can change in the blink of an eye. We don't have to even explain why, just to know that it can happen and that all things are possible. Giving thanks for all countries on our planet and blessing them and blessing them and blessing them. And I'm thinking of Reverend Dr. Ona Afri, abundant blessings, and all of the good work that she does and on her ordination, lifting her up. Just giving thanks for it all. And now, beloveds, I invite you to give thanks too as I open up the doors to this prayer to your voice and invite you to speak your name and the names of anyone else for whom you are praying. Speak it now, or your own prayer. As these whispers continue as a cacophony of goodness and greatness, of opening, of reaching, of outreach to Spirit. Spirit reaches back. It's that E.T. moment with that finger extended. Spirit's finger is touching back, touching our hearts, touching our bodies, touching our bank accounts, touching our cars that we drive in safety, to touching us while we walk or while we bike, whatever it is that is needed in the hospital. Whatever is needed, I know all is well. All is well, and all is well. And with gratitude, supreme gratitude, I lift this word up into the divine ethers and I hand it over to that immutable law that always works. It always works. It always works. Remind yourself in your heart. Say it with me. It always works. And it is done right now. It is done well. And let us declare together. And so it is. And what else might we say? Amen. Aho. Yes. Blessed be. Hallelujah, Miss Grady. Whatever else, we let it be. Praise God. Thank you so much, Dodie, and our practitioners and our ministers and everybody. We welcome Reverend Jerry Carter. Give her a hand.
Woo! Give us a hand. It's our conscious giving time, the time when we get to give back to our spiritual community so that we have this beautiful music and this beautiful message and this beautiful minister. How lucky are we? We are blessed, yes. Yes, say yes.
We are blessed.
And so I am happy to be here to share in the givingness of Spirit with you all. I'm happy to say that we have so many wonderful ways to give. You can still pledge. There's a few months left, but I'm very excited that we're going to be announcing our 2026 pledge campaign, which means for everybody who's pledged, who gives automatically, you'll have an opportunity to give a little more and see how the goodness of life flows through you as a result of your givingness. And for now, we have
So many wonderful ways to give on our website. We have our donate button. And on that donate button, in there are all the ways to give. You've got Zelle to give, text to give, mail to give, or giving right here and right now. If you don't have a gift to give today, come up and bless our giving baskets, knowing that they are full to overflowing with graciousness and with love. So let us share together in our giving statement. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies this offering. It blesses all that I am, all that I give, and all that I circulate. Thank you, love, as me, and so it is. And you're welcome to come up and give as soon as the music starts. Takia, I think I got the memo.
There is a power, a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, there can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God. There is a wisdom and a knowing, a loving and a true. Whatever you need to know will come in God's way for you. Just say until it shows. I will pray. I won't move until I know, oh, that I walk in the love of God. For the power and the glory and the love of God is everywhere. I feel it, it's everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, yes, the power and the glory and the love of God is everywhere. I feel it, it's everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, yes, I walk in the love of God. There is a power and a presence, one life of all, and no other power can exist outside of the infinite. One love, there can only be God's love. Oh yes, I know that I walk. Oh yes, I walk in the love of God. I walk in the love of God. Yes, I walk in the love of God. For the power and the glory and the love of God is everywhere. I feel it, it's everywhere. I can see it, it's everywhere. And I know in my heart, I walk in the love of God. Oh, I walk in the love of God. Yes, I walk in the love of
And I'm actually here to thank everyone who participated in today's service. But musicians, oh my Lord. I also thank our speaker, Reverend Dr. Michelle Coleman, and for, what? Sunshine Michelle, for reminding us that everywhere is the Holy Land. Everywhere we walk, everywhere we stand, everywhere we think. What a gift. And everyone who contributed in every way, the AV team, the announcer. We are blessed to have so many people who participate and contribute to the whole service and everything that we do. And for those who are visiting us for the first time, thank you for being here. And I actually want to thank everyone. I want you to thank you for being here. You didn't have to get up and get dressed, including all the remote people, because you didn't have to tune in. So thank you for the gift of you. And if you are here a visitor for the first time and didn't get the packet telling you about us, there's more of them outside you can get as you leave. And as you know, we've mentioned several times, there are practitioners here, and they love to pray. They love to do prayers, and we have free little short prayers after service in the back. If you'll go back there, you can get a prayer for anything that may be on your heart, joyful or sorrow. We're here for you. And there are practitioners who do spiritual coaching sessions, and they're in the education building across the way. There's a big wall with a whole bunch of pictures of people that do that. And you can call them and request a prayer. You can also request a prayer through the prayer box, which you saw up here earlier. And that's in that way back there. So in every direction you can get prayer. Just have to ask. And so I would like to do the closing affirmation. If you care to stand and are able, I think it's up there, yeah. I honor everything that comes from Mother Earth as sacred and precious. Everything that comes from life represents the Holy Lands in action. I am and we are blessed beyond measure. Thank you, and so it is.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, just trying to make it through another day, let it all go, let it go. And this is what you got to say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes,